Score is very close, 1-0. The stats were very lopsided. You outshot them 22-4. You had a 11-1 advantage in corner kicks. From your standpoint, was the game closer to the score or the stats?
Well, you know, we had a number of chances. No, they did a good job of making it hard on us, and I thought, especially in the second half, they were a little more organized and we didn't have as many chances. But you know, the quality of our finishing wasn't great, and I think it's probably the most telling factor with the score.
You have a midfielder playing in goal. She got forced into action against Kansas. Tonight was Lissy's first start in goal, and obviously she didn't get a lot of tests. But based on what you've seen in practice leading up to this and the little bit that you saw from her tonight, what do you think of the way she's doing as far as just settling into that job?
She's really good. You know, there's no it's not a weakness in our team having Lissy in goal. She's extremely athletic and she's very good with her feet. So she brings some things that maybe some other goalkeepers don't. You know, so we have to play to her strengths a little bit, and we have to protect her some. But I thought she was really good, and I'll tell you, I've been very impressed with her in training.
Do you and the other coaches find yourselves changing things structurally or scheme-wise with the defense in front of her to help protect her, as you said?
We have to make some changes, and we have to think about how much risk we want to take and all of those things. But Lauren's going to be back. It's a temporary situation, and we're not that concerned about it.
You mentioned that your team created a lot of offensive chances, but the finishing wasn't quite what you wanted it to be.
Yeah.
Was there something that Texas Southern was doing defensively that made it tough, or could you chalk it up to sort of a bad day at the office where things just didn't bounce your way?
Our choices at times, I think, weren't great. You know, we shot some balls, I thought, in the first half where maybe we were off balance, falling away from the goal, where we would have been better off keeping the ball and passing it than taking the kind of shot that we did. And you know, it's early in the year, and we played a lot of freshmen, and you know, there's a number of things that are involved in it, none of which change the fact that we should have scored more goals.
You mentioned you played a lot of freshmen. It was a very young team you had out here tonight. You've got 3 regular season games under your belt, plus the exhibition games. Who's starting to catch your eye out of that freshman class, or is there anyone who has exceeded what you expected when you recruited them?
Yeah, well, I think they've all done pretty well. I mean, you know, Vanessa had the goal tonight and at times looked pretty dangerous. Harrington's been good in the back. You know, Guerra's been a real nice player for us. Oates has been pretty dominant in the center part of midfield. You know, CJ gave us some nice minutes tonight. Milana, you know, playing in the back some. So, I mean, there's a good number of them that are doing well, and those guys are only going to get better.
The stats were maybe what you wanted. The score was not what you wanted, and you have 48 hours to turn around and get ready for Missouri. Yeah. What can you tighten up, or what would you like to see improved in just that short turnaround?
Yeah, our passing has to get a little better. Certainly against a team like Missouri, you know, we're going to have to rise to the physical challenge, because it's going to be a physical challenge. You know, different from tonight. You know, tonight we had the ball a lot. You know, I think on Sunday there'll be a lot more 50-50 balls, and we're going to have to rise to the challenge that Missouri will give us, and we're going to have some quality to our play going forward.